Hey guys. Hey Ruby. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. I'm here to help, whatever your questions may be. I'll answer them the best I can for you. My boyfriend of 2 years broke up with me in his head before verbalizing with me. Sophie, we usually do everything in our head before we actually do it physically. It's how human beings work. Hey Jess. How to be in feminine when masculine is bossy? Elizabeth, do you not feel very feminine at the moment? Hey, user one. Thanks, buddy. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. Want to see all you guys have a 10 out of 10. But went on for 2 months before he started acting shady. Yeah, it's pretty normal. It's usually a transition to breaking up with somebody. Yeah. Why do some men act one way in the beginning and then have all the time in the world and change and is always busy? Well, basically because he doesn't like you as much, or there's little things which are making his attraction for you fade away. I feel like I resist all the demands. Yeah. Elizabeth, we need to work on that feminine energy. It is going to be a challenge. Okay. Oh, 50 dinner with an ex soon. Why are you going on a date with your ex? Laurie, another question, I suppose. Why did you break up with him in the first place? I've been single for 9 years. Why? Probably because you haven't put yourself out there properly dating and you haven't found a person you like. Yeah. You can achieve a 10 out of 10 fairly fast, Anna, like within 6 months, but you got to date properly. He lied about everything. And when I've brought things up to him, he blamed me for it. Yeah. Good riddance to bad rubbish, Sophie. Mick chose another girl over, but never leave me alone for 2 years now, even when I ignore him. Block and delete him. Yeah. Block and delete him everywhere. Don't talk to him. Don't be friends with him. Block and delete. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. Here to help. And if you really feel like you need help, guys, book in a free call with me. Okay, everyone gets one free call, goes for about 30 minutes. If you do want to do a call with me, you want my personal help, go to my profile. In my profile, there's a link. It says mattercoaching.com. Click that link, put your details in. I'll give you a call today. We'll have a one-on-one chat. I'll help you out. When totally independent person, how do I make a man feel he is doing things for me? Make him feel needed, basically. Get him to open a pickle jar and then thank him over the top for it. Like just little things. That's not anything major. Not slept with wife in 10 years. How do I get back to it? 10 years is a long time. Talk about it and then make a plan. You're going to have to logistically make a plan with her, like you're planning on something very dry. It's not going to be super fun, but you kind of have to do that to get back into it. Sophie, why are you telling me all the bad things about your past? Why? Why are you telling me? Do you have a question? After a year was moving slow, I thought I wanted marriage then, not sure at this stage. Laura, you sound very confused. Book in a call, my friend. We'll have a chat, okay? Slept over on the fourth date. After some intimacy, he slept on the sofa, told me next day no connection. He didn't intend on being intimate. I'm so embarrassed. I feel used. Ginger, don't be embarrassed. You're going to meet people who just aren't the one. It's not a big deal. Husband puts down people that don't have as much dollars as him, and he says, I'm lucky to be with him. What do I do? So, KT, the thing is, he derives his value from his financial worth, which is okay to a certain degree, but what validates his identity to himself. Accept him for who he is. Yeah. How long should you date before he should ask you to be his girlfriend? About 8 weeks. What do you mean quality man? Online dating, but you have to do it right. My boyfriend has done me 4 months, but because I asked for more openness on his family and friends. I'm sure there's more to it than that because it can't be just that. My fiance is a drama king. He often dramatizes things and pours his anxiety out on me. How do I deal with this? Don't be a shoulder to cry on, Victoria. Okay. That's the last thing you want to do. Okay. What you need to do is you need to push him into his masculine energy in that point. Yeah. So instead of giving him a shoulder to cry and say, what are you going to do about it? Can I give my boyfriend a time frame of when I want to be married? Yep. Yeah, of course you can. Yep. You can give people deadlines without it seeming mean. You can give someone a deadline in a nice way. Definitely. What does my boyfriend become closed off when he is sick and just wants to be left alone? Because he doesn't feel good. It's pretty common. Is your boyfriend following several IG accounts a bad thing? It's not amazing. If you don't like it, tell him and he should delete those. Yeah. How long should a guy ask you out after like 2 weeks of talking? Either at this early stage, he should be taking on a date sort of once a week, ideally. Good, Don. Good, buddy. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. And guys, please share my live so I can help more people just like you. It took me on loads of days just not ask me out yet, like boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah, it's a little bit early for becoming official. That usually happens between the sort of 6 to 8 week mark on average. How often should you date a year into the relationship? Well, if you're a year in, you should be living together and you go on a date about once a week. Hey, Jess. Should I keep trying if the guy I'm messaging has a lull all of a sudden stopped? Well, you can double text, but don't triple text. Yeah. After a break, how long to get back into dating? My rule is if you're not living with your ex, go there and start dating again. Hey, Hannah. Currently long distance, but in January, my love interest and I are being stationed at the same location, which is going to be wonderful. So we'll be able to see each other daily. He asked me to come visit him this upcoming weekend. The last 3 days, heard little from him. Nervous because the upcoming trip to see him. What do you think? Talk to him. Talk to him today. Okay. That will give you a sense of reassurance and then go and see him on the weekend. How soon as you leave an engagement has not happened? 3 years. Thanks, Vegas. Thanks for sharing the live. Guys, please share my live. Lets me help more people just like you. Next time I separated 3 years ago and we have 2 boys together. He wants to rekindle. Laurie, I don't really recommend going back to an ex. It doesn't work too well. Hey, Brad. You got it? Brad, you pass? Pass Thursday. Awesome. Oh, Brad, that's awesome, brother. Good work. Good work, dude. Let me know when you're flying down. We'll celebrate. We're 36 and 46. Wait 3 years? No, do it sooner if you can. What does it mean if a guy says, nice meeting you at the end of the date? Nothing. Girl suggests an overnight stay date. I booked it, but she doesn't seem excited. Don't worry about it, dude. She's probably just a little bit nervous. Have a great time. Show her a fantastic date. I left my ex after verbal abuse. Do they change? No. What does it mean if a guy says, nice meeting? Oh, read that one. Got my own plan. Just got to wait for the license to the mail now. Yeah, Brad, I'm still waiting for mine too. I think Cass is pretty slow. But as soon as you got it, dude, fly down. We'll celebrate. It'd be awesome. Hey, Tristan. Thanks, brother. Can I please PM you a question? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I get lots of messages every day, guys. So definitely send me a message if you need help. See you, Brad. Definitely send me a message if you need help, guys. And, well, I do get a lot of messages, though. So if you need help, like you want to do a call with me today, go to my profile, book in a call, and I'll give you a free call, guys. It goes for about 30 minutes, and I'll help you out the best I can. Links in my profile if you want to book in a call with me, okay? I'm 43 years old, single, Muslim with complicated rules when it comes to relationships. What should I do? Where do you live? Ask me your relationship questions, guys. Here to help. What's your take on dating Indian men? Look, mermaid, if you want to date an Indian men, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. Just it's what you're attracted to. Yeah. Some people like Indian men. Some people like Japanese guys. Some people like Caucasian men. I don't care. You got to go after what you're attracted to. Yeah. What do you say a guy should dump a girl who won't sleep with him on the first date? I don't say that. Dating coach, find me the video exactly where I say that sentence. I've never said that sentence once. My rule with intimacy is do it when it feels right. If it feels right on the first date, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Yeah. Hey, Em. How long should you wait to have the what are we dating 2 months hanging out every day? At the 8-week mark, so 2 months, you should become official. Say I love you to each other and actually become a proper couple. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. Here to help. Want to see all you guys achieve a 10 out of 10. You can all achieve it this year. You can achieve it this year. If you work hard, you date properly, you really do the masculine and feminine energy stuff properly, if you put in the work, you can get some good results pretty fast. When online dating, should you go on dates with more than one guy at once? Short answer, yes, but only obviously for a very limited amount of time. But by the time you go on one date, by the time you go on 3 dates with one guy, you got to get rid of the rest. What do you think the perfect first date plan is? Michelle, all dates are basically the same. So high value dates, the guy asks you on a date, he picks you up, opens the car door for you, takes you to some sort of fun activity, then takes you out to dinner. He pays for the whole thing, great conversation, flirting, you have a great time, and then hopefully at the end of the date, you want to kiss him. That's about it. It goes for about 4 hours. Hey, Amber. I know it can be frustrating. Book in a call, my friend. I'll show you how to do it properly. What if he hasn't made you a girlfriend around the 8-week mark? Talk to him about it. Yeah. Is a few moments of silence on a date bad? No. Due to health concerns during the past 2 years, intimacy has stopped. How do you get that feeling back? Well, what's the health concerns? Stacey, I know this is a bit of an awkward subject. Feel free to message me, but it kind of depends. Can your boyfriend have a best friend that's a female? No, definitely not. Definitely not, my friend. Stacey, can you do it now? Do you need to go to rich hotel bars to find non-losers? No. You got to use online dating properly. How do you address the new issue in a relationship without coming across desperate or attackish? Feminine communication. What made your wife stand out when there's so many other options? Why'd you choose her? Perfect mix of chemistry, compatibility, X factor. She can do the job. Just basically perfect for me in every single way. I have a date tomorrow. I'm recovering from thyroid cancer and a large scar on my neck. Should I not mention it at all? No, you don't need to mention it. Amber, booking a call, buddy. Do you think people can grow on you? Yes, they can, but sometimes they shouldn't, Christy. Yeah. If you hang around in a pig pen long enough, eventually you're not going to be able to smell the shit. Okay. But it doesn't mean you should do it, right? If you hang around with losers and guys who aren't very good long enough, eventually they seem okay. But it doesn't mean you should spend time with them. Yeah. Courtney, yeah, you can send him a message. Yep. Is an all being in a relationship with someone who still has pictures of his ex and won't remove them? No, that is a bad sign. Let's see. Last few dates have asked me to marry them after the third date. Is that unusual? Yes, it's a very big red flag. Hey, Loopy, that's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Do you have a relationship question? Ask me your relationship questions, guys. And guys, please share my live so I can have more people like you. And if you really need help, book in a free call. So everyone gets one free call, guys. Goes for about 30 minutes. And I will help you out the best I can. You can all achieve a 10 out of 10, guys. You got to do it the right way. I'm 42, female, married 14 years. He has an adult content addiction. It's not true. Going on 1 year since recovery. You can't recover from addiction, which isn't real. Still lying. It's because it's not an addiction. He's an idiot. Any advice? Yeah, stop looking at it like an addiction. It's not alcohol. It's not gambling. It's not an addiction. It's being stupid. It's like saying I'm really addicted to using red pens. No, you're an idiot. Just stop using red pens, you moron. It's not an addiction. That's not a real addiction. And a lot of people think it is. For those people who think it's a real addiction, they haven't seen real addiction. They have no idea what an addiction is. No idea. Hey, David. Any doubts are all suspicious? Should I instantly get rid of her? Well, it depends how much of an overthinker you are, brother. If you don't hear back after the first day after 24 hours, is it true he doesn't like you? No, not true at all. I don't know where you heard that. If your boyfriend's not ready to move in after 2 years, should you dump him? 2 years is way too long. Way, way, way too long not to live together. It's ridiculous. 10 months together, 7 months, found out I was cheating. I left him. It just really hurts. I deserve better. 100%, Jasmine, you deserve better. Is there hope then? Should I leave? It depends what you want to see, my friend. Depends what you want to see. Look, feel free to book in a call. I'll have a one-on-one call with you about it. But I literally deal with all these issues every day with people. So if you want help, feel free to book in a call. I've been a widow at 70. How do I meet men? Online dating. I coach a lot of widows, actually. How does a healthy guy know you're the one? He'll feel a beautiful mix of chemistry and compatibility and X factor. Does no one really enjoy when a husband is gone and alone? Or is that concerning? It's concerning. All right. Am I crazy for not wanting to follow random girls' Insta outside of the friend group? Yes, you are crazy. She went to a gym, 7 p.m. now, 3 a.m. Calls not answered. I suspect cheating. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Is it concerning if he pays for everything but doesn't hold the door? No, it's not concerning. Some guys have trouble knowing all the rules of chivalry, but just because they're not used to it, not that they're mean. What do you think of me getting married just before I turn 20? Good. Everyone tells me to wait 5 more years. Everyone is a moron, Katie. Never take advice for someone who doesn't have a 10 out of 10. Is there even a single person in your life who actually has a 10 out of 10 relationship? I guarantee all those people are telling you to wait don't have a 10 out of 10. They're probably a bunch of losers who've been married a long time and very negative and cynical in their own marriage, and their own marriage is maybe a 6 out of 10. They're the last people you should listen to. Every time I go to ask a question, I immediately answer my own question. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it helps. It helps verbalizing it sometimes. Hey, boy. Let's see. Is it bad that he has his license but no car? It's a little bit weird. Sure. Let's see. Do some guys ghost perfectly good women? I got ghosted and don't know what went wrong. If someone ghosts you, it's because they don't like you. That's it. If a guy ghosts a woman, does it mean there's something wrong with her? No. No, of course not. He just doesn't like you. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. So with your ideal partner, guys, I want you to think about an ideal partner like this. Your ideal partner is a perfect puzzle piece that fits perfectly with you. Yeah? A perfect puzzle piece. Some puzzle pieces don't fit perfectly together, obviously, right? Does that mean there's something wrong with that other puzzle piece? No, it just doesn't fit with you perfectly. It's okay. It's not terrible, but doesn't quite fit. And then they ghost you. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Wandering eyes really an issue? Not really, to be honest. What makes a woman a good partner? Feminine energy, respect, support. What if you can't find your perfect partner? Everybody can. It's just some people aren't open to finding them. If you're open to finding them and willing to do the work, you can easily do it. I'm going to get over my 20-year marriage quicker. Moved job, ghosted me and the kids last 6 months. You got to give yourself reassurance, Cheryl. That is, he's part of your past, not part of your future. Yeah. The words we say to ourselves are really important. I'm so hurt. Understandable, Cheryl. Understandable. Why do other women get mad when I'm at the club and guys talk to me? Guys, ask me your relationship questions. Hey, Izzy. Ask me your questions, guys. If you really need help, feel free to book on a call with me. Okay. I got married at 22, been married 20 years. Awesome, Christine. Getting married young is great. I don't see anything wrong with it. If you're with the right person, obviously. How do you keep magic alive in a long-term relationship? Doing the fundamentals. The fundamentals, which I talk about, are extremely important. Intimacy 3 times a week, going on a date once a week, 2 20-second hugs a day, never arguing, doing dual hobbies and dual goals. It's about if a girl doesn't want to hang out, want you to hang out with your mates. It depends how she worded it. If she said, I never want you to see your friends again, that'd be weird. But if she says, oh, I don't want you to hang out with your friends tonight, hang out with me instead, she probably just wants more time with you, which is pretty normal. Josh, good pickup. Married 7 years with a 17-month-old and hoping for another. Awesome, buddy. Advice on ways to maintain intimacy as often as you suggest. Katie, so the more kids you have, the more planning you have to go into it. Yeah. So, and it changes week to week as well. Okay. You may only be able to do it in the middle of the day or early morning or like at all different weird times, but you got to kind of plan it. And it's important. Yep. Jake, I'm celibate because I'm terrified of intimacy. What do I do? YOLO, you have so many problems. Yeah. You've been on my lives for, at least a month. You have more problems than I have fingers. Okay. Stop having so many problems. Okay. If you have nothing but problems, this, you don't want solutions. All you're focusing on is all your many problems. Yeah. What's a good response to what are you looking for on this app? So Ashley, the best response is a nice date would be lovely. No, I wouldn't be with you if you had the cure to cancer. Ask me relationship questions. Don't flirt with me. Sickening. Okay. I'm 47. He is 63. Is that too much for an age difference? Probably. Yeah. Especially because he's going to start aging rapidly right now. Yeah. The idea, guys, is to grow old together. Yeah. What's the best thing for a guy to say when you ask him what he's looking for? Don't ever ask a guy what he's looking for. That is a stupid, idiotic sentence. KM, you got to make better decisions, my friend. I wanted to make the compliment about you being handsome. Yes, your compliment is insulting to me. What's the time I ask a guy what he's looking for? Why can't men be honest? You have a lot to learn about men. 3 times a week, 42-year-old boyfriend of a couple of years has no interest. He probably has low testosterone. How do you build trust with someone? Time and compatibility. Ex and the person he cheated on me with has a 14-year age difference. She's in the middle of divorce. Don't talk about your ex ever. Forget about it. Hey, Carly. What should the goal of newlyweds be? Great question. Great question. Getting pregnant is definitely up there. Okay. You want to get pregnant pretty fast so you can have beautiful babies. And then maintaining a 10 out of 10 relationship and also focusing on building wealth, assets, legacy, whatever you want to call it. That's it. It's simple for a man to have low testosterone in their 50s. Yes. Let me advise on your post. First time. Awesome. Hey, buddy. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. Please make them good questions, please. I'll even ask this if he even cries. I feel pity of Nick's and love history. Yeah, Carl, he's being an emotional terrorist, basically. Yeah. You wanted to get rid of him fast. What do you say, guys, a loser if he's not rich? I've never said that. Dating coach, where are you getting these sentences? I said a guy's a loser if he's broke. There's a big difference between broke and rich. Dude, you got to switch on. You got to switch on. You're just way out of it. Yeah. Have a sleep, stop drinking. I don't know. You got to make some changes because you're out of it. Do you think having kids is important? Not only is it important, it is essential. Okay. Having kids is extremely important for human beings and for the human race. Have kids. Okay. Ideally, get married first and be a good person and a contributing member of society, though. Best way to change subjects from getting physical on the dating apps? Yes, great question, Ashley. So say, that sounds fantastic, but let's bubble wrap this for after the first date. Marley, yeah, probably. My girlfriend doesn't have any kids, but I do. And when is the right time to move in together? 6 to 9 months. Hey, Danny. My girlfriend and I are almost 40, no kids, been together since November. Is it too late for kids? No, have kids now. Yep. It's always better to meet in person and flesh rather than using apps. No, using the apps is better, but then go on a date within the first week. What's the best way to resolve a conflict when one person's relationship wants to leave? You don't need to resolve conflict if you're burning the bridge with somebody. Burn the bridge, run. Resolving the conflict only is only if you want to improve the relationship, not end it. If you want to end it, end it. What's the ideal age to get married, and is 21 too old to get married? A 21-year-old girl and a 21-year-old boy is very different. Yeah. Can you recommend a book? I can. My book, How to Achieve a 10 out of 10 Relationships, on Amazon. Awesome. Gratitude. I love that. How can I improve my communication? Great question. Feminine communication. Okay. Or here's a even simpler method. Before you start talking, think, how do I want this person to feel when I finish talking? How do I want this person to feel when I finish talking? Aim for that. How do you not get led on by a man over 55? Some only want casual and not be truthful. If a guy wants to see you with Jen, it must be a high value date. No exceptions. So I like being positive. Yeah, to a certain degree, I suppose. How do you want them to feel when you finish talking? Have the emotional goal in your mind and then aim for that. Hey, Mary Beth, good to see you, my friend. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. If I miss your question, feel free to book in a free call with me. So everyone gets one free call, goes for about 30 minutes. If you do want to do a call, go to my profile. In my profile, there's a link. It says matt.coach.com. Click that, put your details in. I'll give you a free call today. I'll fit in a couple more people. Put your details in. I'll give you a call. And we'll have a one-on-one chat, and I will help you out the best I can. Thanks, Mary Beth. Let's see. How do you keep a conversation going with a girl you really like, especially over text? Talk about random things. Yeah. Movies, TV shows, hobbies. Hey, Josh. Hey, Christine. How to set healthy boundaries without feeling guilty? So there's different sorts of boundaries you can set. You can set small boundaries, medium boundaries, and large boundaries. Start small, yeah, and then escalate when needed. Thanks, Josh. A high value date's fairly simple. It's basically equates to a decent amount of effort. Yeah. A decent amount of effort. Going on a drink is not a high value date. Going for a cup of coffee is not a high value date, or a walk in the park is not a high value date. I want to see a decent amount of effort from the guy. A bit of planning. Yeah. What's your take on once a cheater, always a cheater? If a guy cheats on you, never talk to him again. Now, if you meet a guy who's 40 and he cheated on a girl when he was 20, but now he's 40, does that mean he's still a cheater? No, he's a different person. You know what I mean? Is dating site the best way to find love after 40? Honestly, it's the best way to find love at any age. I've helped thousands of people achieve a 10 out of 10 using online dating. I build their profile for them, but it's by far the best way. What's the best time to have a conversation about exclusivity? About second or third date. My ex drank and didn't exercise and wouldn't change, so I left. Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. It's hard to have a relationship with a low value slob. It just is. I'm talking to this new guy, but keeps bringing up his ex and how he's hurt. Leave him alone. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad, to be honest. You can say, hey, look, don't talk about your ex, but it's a pretty bad sign. What do so many nasty women online give bad advice and say mean things? A whole bunch of reasons. A whole bunch of reasons. Their own prejudices, their own traumas, their own insecurities and fears. Is it bad your partner can't quit vaping or smoking? It's a sign of weakness for sure. I am a successful female making six figures. Should I seek a partner that makes at least what I do or more? Short answer, yes. Yeah. Relationships definitely seem to be a lot easier when the man earns more than the woman. It's just, I think it's important to men to feel like they have a decent amount of value. Who should be initiating the daily conversations? It doesn't matter. Some people think that man should initiate every conversation. That's absolutely ridiculous. Don't do that. He should initiate the first conversation initially, but after that, free game. What about date a man that hates his mother and his ex-wife? Is that a red flag? Not necessarily. They might be very toxic people. Judge him on who he is now. Why are there so many desperate single women in your experience? I think human beings really want to feel loved. So when you've been single for a while and have bad experiences in relationships and unluckiness, it's easy to fall into a sense of desperation. I don't know if there's more now than there used to be. There could be. There could be potentially. Should a woman always express her feelings? That's a very vague question, Sophie. Yeah. And also feelings sometimes are very hard to express properly, communicate properly, and sometimes they're also confusing. So it's not that black and white. I'd say I'd rather focus on us than your past and just stop bringing it up. I'm going to leave him alone. Good decision. Good decision. Married but sleeping in separate beds. I do not recommend doing that. No. Hey, girl. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. I'm here to help. Thanks, Christine. Guys, please share the live so I know more people just like you. And if you really need help, send me a message. You can also book in a call if you want to. Everyone gets one free call. I only have maybe 3 spots left for today if you do want one of those calls. Met on an app. He drove back to where I live to take me on a date. Went well. Seems interested, but doesn't say much. I don't want to chase. Okay. Some guys aren't big on a large amount of communication, but he should reciprocate fast. Is a red flag if a man has many female friends? Yes. How much did looks factor in your decision to choose your wife? Looks are always a fairly large part. Always. To make it 10 out of 10 with someone, you have to see them at least as a 7 out of 10 of attraction, at least. If it's lower than that, it's going to be hard for you to make that connection. If you date a man who doesn't support his child from a previous past relationship, is that acceptable? It depends. It depends on the situation. Thanks, Josh. My boyfriend is moving in with my family, doesn't even know him. It's not great. His mother hates him as well. I'm concerned that it's a red flag. You're overthinking. Thanks, user one. Met someone that is moving to my area soon. The connection is there. Is it worth the wait? Depends how long you have to wait. Thanks, Mary Beth. I am married, Sarah. Yep. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Missy, 1 month's not very long. Was seeing a girl for a month and a half and was going great, and she pulled away out of nowhere. Yeah, it's called a 6-week pullback, Michael. 6-week pullback. It's pretty common. Yep. The way to push past that is to see her in person and basically push past that time zone. Because once that 6-week pushback is finished, then you're in a relationship and you're in love. Christy, what do I do? Yeah, book in a call, my friend. Book in a call. We'll have a one-on-one chat about it. We'll come up with a bit of a plan. What's the danger of a man having female friends? I personally don't have guy friends. There's a whole bunch of problems, but men and women shouldn't really be friends. Let's see. It still amazes me when we are first communicating on the dating app and they ask if I'm single. Yeah, it's a weird question. What do you think of kids before marriage? I suggest getting married first. Do you think adult content is normal for a man to watch if he loves you? Short answer, yes. Dating my best friend of 10 years, he wants to get married and have kids fast. Do I wait or go for it? I hate everything you just said. That's not what I recommend doing at all. Being friends with the opposite gender, then having a relationship with that person, there's a lot of red flags there for me. So I'm going to leave that one in your court, my friend. What's your advice for people who have busy lives and travel a lot for work but wants to find love? Master online dating. Online dating is by far the fastest process and the easiest to do while you're traveling around. What do you think about the biggest issue with men and women being friends? Oh. Guys, if you want to be friends with the opposite gender, do it. If you want to achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship romantically, don't do it. Okay? If you're friends with the opposite gender, it will directly negatively impact the chance of you achieving a 10 out of 10. Why is that? Just do it or don't do it. It's up to you. I'm just telling you what I see. What would the red flags be of dating a friend? Human beings are somewhat like monkeys, right? You put two monkeys together, eventually they're going to fall in love and start humping. Okay. Should they? No. That's why boys and girls shouldn't be friends. Okay. I'm friends with this guy for 10 years and now we're going to try for a relationship. The fact you've waited 10 years means the attraction wasn't there, nor the chemistry, and there's not enough passion to maintain it. It's actually a big red flag, and it's a relationship out of convenience, not a passion, not one that you can build a foundation of love on. It's a one of logistics and convenience. It's not a relationship. It's garbage. It's a business deal. What if he doesn't want to get married but wants kids and live together? Get married first. Being married is fantastic. Guys, if you really want to achieve a 10 out of 10 relationship, I strongly suggest making as few mistakes as possible. I strongly suggest that. A lot of you guys seem fairly intent on making as many mistakes as possible in life, in your personal relationships. I don't know why you do that. Try not to. The less mistakes you make, the easier it is going to be successful. I'm 27 what is a good age for a man to be? Set your dating age on online dating from 27 up to about 35. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. You can all achieve a 10 out of 10 if you're willing to do what it takes. If my boyfriend has a couch surfing account, then he meets up with strangers, especially girls from there. Is that okay? Is that a real question? What do you think? Do you think it's okay? My girl has a friend. He's married. I think he likes her. I'm not comfortable with them. Nor should you be. Yeah. Say to her, I don't want you being friends with him. I want you to block him. Yeah. That's it. My ex-boyfriend is a narcissist. He's 38. Everyone's ex is a narcissist. Will he continue being this way? How do they change? He's most likely, Christina, he's probably not a narcissist. He's probably you probably just don't like him, right? Forget about him. Move on. Find someone better. Which online dating sites would you give high recommendation to? So I've coached thousands of people over the last 8 years. The ones that have the most success have been on Tinder and Hinge. 1/3 my best friend male is my last best friend's son. Sounds like a riddle. I promised her I would look out for him after. Okay. The last 4 relationships I've had cheated on me. Started to think it's me. Of course it's you. It's definitely a pattern of behavior. Yeah. If you keep running into the same issue again and again and again and again throughout your life, you're doing something wrong. 100%. Yep, definitely. Did life get harder after having kids? Having kids makes your life, I would say, probably about 150 times better, at least. Ali, that's a little bit more of a complicated situation. Shoot me a message. Facebook dating's not bad either. Facebook dating's okay. Yep, 100%. Look, to be honest, all online dating is okay if used correctly. Advice for your first holiday together: stay patient. Yeah, have fun. Do not lose your temper at any stage. Advice on what I might be doing wrong then: you're attracting the wrong people. You're not stepping in your feminine energy properly. You're not displaying yourself as a high value type person, so you're attracting a loser type mentality. and showing the guy and almost pushing the guy to cheat on you subconsciously. Would you recommend someone to go to therapy after a bad relationship? To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of therapy, to be honest. It seems slow and not very results focused to me. I feel what I do is more effective. Hey, Mrs. Maddock. How you doing, sugar? What are you doing? Hey, Lucid. Seeing someone for 4 months going great, and then all of a sudden he's pulling back a little. How often do you see him in person? I didn't date for a decade. I dated a guy who talks about the future and then goes cold when we go too deep. I'm 42 now. People think I look 35, 38. Is my age an issue? Short answer, no, unless you're going for the wrong people. Yeah. If you really need help, my friend, go to my profile, click my website link, book on a call. I'll call you. We'll have a one-on-one chat. I'll help you achieve a 10 out of 10 properly. Awesome, sugar. Send me some photos, yeah? To help people cope when they're not exactly ready to move on all the time. 75% of what I do is usually mindset related, to be honest. When's the best time to go on your first holiday together? You can go on a 2-day weekend short getaway fairly fast, but a week-long holiday, wait till you're a good, at least 4 months in. A guy got his feelings hurt, pulled back, and now things are off. Any advice? What do you want to see happen? We have kids maybe once a week and every other weekend. I'm not chasing, but what does this mean? What do you mean? What does this mean, Chrissy? Can you give me more? What do you mean by that? Seems pretty normal. My husband left me postpartum and hasn't reached out 3 months. How do I get him to come back? You can't. He's done a runner because he's a bad person. Forget about him. I know dating and relationships can seem really hard, guys. They don't have to be. You can master some of these skills and really take your life under control and make some big changes. It can be challenging. It can be frustrating. It doesn't have to be, though. Why do some men get women pregnant and then ghost their family? Ask me your relationship questions, guys. See him 4 months and he doesn't commit yet. How do you get him to commit? Chrissy, a lot of red flags with this guy, dude. Yeah. Are you sure he's the one? If you don't, you're dating someone. How did you find the right one? Online dating, my friend. Yep. As a wife, what should I be doing to make my husband feel loved, seen, and valued? Great question. Guys, ask questions like Ali. See, she has great spelling, sentence structure. She's asking questions in English. They're easy to read. They're good questions. They're well thought out. So, Ali, what you want to do is basically do a lot of feminine energy stuff. So constantly push him into his masculine energy by doing lots of, inspiring, motivational type reassurance. And at the same time, making him feel very needed, respected, and valued, and doing affection and intimacy. That's about it. You can buy him gifts occasionally as well if you like. Thanks, Christine. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. I'm here to help. It's that easy, but most women aren't willing. Achieving a 10 out of 10 is fairly easy if you're willing to do the right things. What if partner's turned off by femininity? Nobody's is. It's not possible. And every woman's feminine energy is different. How every woman displays it differently. How do you leave a man wanting more? Great question. Again, I would say feminine energy. Do you think online dating is the only way to meet someone? Yeah. Technically not, but basically yes. Divorced and dating a guy who cheated on his wife in their marriage after he found out she cheated. Thoughts on his behavior? Don't worry about it, Lindsay. Leave it in the past. Yeah, forget about it. I'm assuming he hopefully is a different man now. Ask me your questions, guys. Here to help. Here to help, Lindsay. Michael, I got 3. So it was my fault he left postpartum then. It's not what I said, Magnetic. Magnetic, to be honest, I don't know the full story. I'm sure there's both the things you both did wrong. What's a positive way to help him get into his masculine energy? Push him to be more decisive. How do you communicate when my husband upsets me without being a drama? So it depends what it is. So you could do a small boundary, like that's a small boundary, or you could use a medium boundary. I don't like that. And then change the subject. It depends on the severity of what he said. Let me sign up for that. So Michael, go to my profile. In my profile, there's a link. It says matt.coaching.com. Click that link. Just put your details in, and then I'll send you a text, and we'll sort out a time for a call, and I'll call you today. Yeah. Max's mate has reached out to me and wanting to meet up. Thoughts? No. Apart from the obvious, where's the best place to take someone on a date? The man takes the woman on the date. Can a relationship be successful when a woman is 20 years older? No, not usually. No. So I can't really see that happening. I'd love to have the thought. Look, maybe if the woman is 80 and the man is 60, but even that, yeah, even that's pushing it. Hey, thanks, Emma. I bought your book on Amazon. Awesome, Carl. Let me know what you think. Should a woman date an older man? Statistically, relationships go better if the man's about 4 or 5 years older than the woman. Statistically. Thanks, Cassie. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. You can all achieve a 10 out of 10. You can all achieve it. Just got to do it the right way. I know it can be challenging. It doesn't have to be. You can all achieve a 10 out of 10. Some of you guys are going to do it faster than others. Would you say talking to my family about my marriage is problematic? I strongly would never suggest talking to your family negatively about negative things about your relationship ever. Talk to people like me. Talk to your partner. Don't talk to your friends or your family about anything negative happening with your partner ever. It's a big mistake. A lot of people do. What do you think of a man that's 40 dating a woman that's 28? It's fine. Is it bad for a woman to work and the man to stay at home watching the kids? Yes. What other ways to meet your ideal partner besides the dating apps? No. Yeah. Mariana, look, you can meet your ideal partner organically, but look, it's basically a waste of time. If you're not willing to do online dating, you're going to be single for a long time. Yeah. The key is just learn how to do online dating properly. Have people like me build your profile for you. I build profiles every day. Doing stuff like that so you can actually use it properly. It does work. You got to do it right. Man said he was getting too attached too fast and he was scared and needs to slow down. Rhonda, it sounds like you're talking to a 17-year-old girl. It's not very much of a man. His relationship already finds me more attractive than I find him. No, it's fine. What's the best dating app to use? It depends, but I've seen the most success with Tinder and Hinge. But, you know, it's not a huge difference. My boyfriend says he wants to marry me after 2 years of being together. Is he being honest? Why wouldn't he be? I'm being in my feminine every way, energy. What's the best way to show that on a first date? Just be really supportive of the decisions he makes. Be super affectionate and bubbly. Yeah, don't overthink it. Is it a concern to have a really great connection early on? No, it's a positive thing. How much do looks matter in a relationship? Everything matters. Everything matters. When you're in a relationship or even dating or single, whatever your situation is, I want you to look at life like everything matters. Try your best to focus on that. Yeah, don't be lazy in life. What's the best way to draw my husband in and keep him close? I love that. I love that. Feminine energy to keep the attraction really high. Feminine energy and feminine communication. How long should a man take to recover from his ex of 10 years? Oh, that's a very vague question. A lot of times in long-term relationships, people grieve for the relationship while they're still in it. So 1 month after the relationship, they're over it completely because they've already grieved for the relationship while in it. That may have been his situation. Dating 7 years, he won't go to a doctor about ED. Yeah. So if he's not willing to fix a very, very, very easy problem to solve, you guys are probably going to break up eventually. That's how fast it is to solve. Like, so quick to solve that issue, right? If he's not willing to do that, your relationship's going to die 100%. Is it okay to flirt even if we haven't met in person yet? It's not only is it okay, but it's probably essential. Max came back to brag about how well he's doing. Yeah, it's because he's insecure within himself. Can you share why you think a guy struggles to make eye contact? He's probably slightly autistic. Guys, ask me your relationship questions. I'm here to help. Michael, good job booking in a call. Look forward to chatting to you, brother. Guys, everyone gets one free call. I got 2 spots left for today. If you want one of those last 2 spots, they go fast. Go to my profile, click the link, put your details in. I'll give you a call, we'll have a chat. He said he felt emasculated in the relationship, but it's because he was inconsistent. No, it's because you're in your masculine energy and not feminine energy. Men don't want to be with a masculine woman. Why would they be? What's the best way to show the husband that I value him? Mostly words of affirmation mixed with physical touch and the occasional gift. Wild acceptance, it's fairly common. What if he stares in your eyes a little too long? He likes you. Been together for 5 years and everything is perfect. Sometimes I think it's a little too perfect. Good. That's what a 10 out of 10 is. Why are all my exes now with fat, ugly women? Jeez. Should a guy pay for a car ride home if you Ubered to the date? Yeah, I don't recommend doing dates like that. I recommend the guy picking you up, opening the car door for you like a proper date. Thanks, user one. How to get my husband to get off his ass? He didn't want to help around the house. Yeah, not great, my friend. Not great. Is it hurt meeting people organically? No. It's very easy to fall into feminine energy when you meet a masculine man. Very easy. That's very true. Yes. If you meet a guy and he just very easily pushes you into your masculine energy, you shouldn't be around that person. Yeah. Your ideal partner is going to make it very easy for you to be in your natural energy quite organically. Magnetic, you can try stepping your feminine energy, but I mean, it sounds like he's gone. Like, is he even talking to you still? How to get to know him better after 3 fabulous dates. Keep talking to him every day and then go on a 4th date and a 5th date and so on. So you have to use the apps. Libby, it's basically the only way in 2025. I know a lot of people hate it. Most of the people I coach are over 50 and I show them how to use online dating. I build their profile, get them into 10 out of 10s. You definitely can do it. You just have to learn that skill. It's 2025. You're not going to meet people organically anymore. No one does it. You pretty much have to use the apps. I used to hate when my ex made me make all the decisions. Why? Because he was pushing you out of your feminine energy. So many questions. I want to be everything he needs me to be. Awesome. I just don't know what that looks like. It sounds like you're doing a lot of the right things already, Ali. I would just master feminine energy and feminine communication, then you'd be set, basically. And make sure you do the fundamentals that I talk about. Guys dealing with depression, how do I support him? Push him out of it. Push him to do social hobbies, exercise, ice baths. I was very much in my masculine energy, and that changed drastically after meeting the right person. Good. Is asking for social media first a red flag? No. He's blocked me everywhere, going on holidays and living his best life. There's nothing you can do there. Yeah. Jules, it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice. I coach a lot of women who are business owners and stuff like that, and they're in their masculine energies basically 24/7. Men aren't attracted to that, obviously. You've got a very bossy vibe, right? It's not very attractive. I help women like that every day. It is hard. It's not super easy, but we have to do it if you want to achieve a 10 out of 10. Ring ding, yeah, basically, yep. In early dating, is it okay to stay friends with an ex on social? No. Tia, block and delete him. Your ideal partner would never ask for space. Space is for astronauts, not for relationships. Yeah. It's garbage behavior. I just had a guy totally ghost and he was obsessed with me through text. No, he wasn't. He was a love bomber. Should I give someone a second chance? Your ideal partner doesn't need a second chance. Your ideal partner will get it right the first time. Tia, you're in love with a guy who doesn't like you. When should a guy contact you after the first date? Within the preceding 3 days. Guys, you can all achieve a 10 out of 10. I know this stuff seems really complicated and frustrating and hard. Look, you can all achieve a 10 out of 10 if you're willing to do the right things, learn the right things, and just master this stuff that I talk about. I know it's hard. I know. You can all achieve it, though. If you want help, send me a message or book in a call. I'm here to help, guys. I want to see all you guys. I want to see all you guys achieve a 10 out of 10 properly. What if a guy keeps getting flirty in the beginning? Good, it means he likes you. I've given him 3 chances now. Big things haven't changed. It's been 5 years. Hard to leave. Nothing's going to change, Ashley. You either have to accept him for who he is or you got to end it. I just got engaged 8 months into dating. Do you think it's too soon? It's fast, but it's okay. Should you buy a guy you've been on 3 dates with a birthday gift? Of course. I was great at texting. I was proud of myself, like wasted, but technique is getting better. Good practice. Do I have to kiss a guy at the end of a first date? You don't have to, but I mean, you should want to. Yeah, Missy, it's not a 5-minute fix. If you are struggling with feminine energy, guys, book in a call. I got to teach you a lot about it. It's actually fairly challenging. But book in a call if you want to work on it. I've not been on a date in 6 years. Rhonda, if you want to achieve a 10 out of 10, my friend, book in a call. Ended 2-week talking stage with a guy. He sent me a long paragraph about his feelings. Thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. Should you give a married man a chance to get to know you if his marriage is going out the door? Never date a man who is in a relationship or is living with his relationship or living with his ex. Ever. Obviously. Is a slow and increasing burn better than a super fast attraction? When you meet your ideal partner, it's like a beautiful, like consistent medium pace. We fight because I can get emotional. When's the right time to balance to not feel unseen but not drain him? 10 out of 10 relationships don't have arguments, my friend. They sometimes have disagreements, but they never have arguments. You need to master that communication because that's not good. That's going to take away and make the relationship worse. Dating a full-time single dad with a toddler, should I get him something small for Father's Day? Yes. How to tell a man is genuine when talking to dating apps? Just he's somewhat steady. Yeah, if he's love bombing and going really full on, that's a red flag. So you want to see a fairly steady sort of smoothness. Ask me your relationship questions, guys. Here to help. Want to see all you guys achieve a 10 out of 10. You can all achieve it, 100%. Thanks, Texan. Appreciate you sharing the live, my friend. How can someone know if he is self-sabotaging? Self-sabotaging comes from fear. So if you're doing something specifically from fear, it's probably self-sabotaging. Dating for 2 years, he accepted a job out of state, called up our relationship. We texted and visit once. Block and delete him. Good riddance to bad rubbish. How soon should a new couple be saying I love you? 8 weeks. Should the man say it first? Yes, ideally. Thoughts on women sending sexy pics? Ideal frequency of this for a 10 out of 10. It's good. It's definitely good to do. And it's basically a form of flirting. And you can do it fairly early and fairly frequently. Yep. Is it bad if he has roommates or live with his parents in his 20s? Well, there's a big difference between a guy who's 20 and a guy who's 29. Yep. In the early stages of, 20, 21, it's not too bad. But if he's 28, 29, that is bad. At what point do you decide to get off the apps when you were newly dating? 3 dates. Chelsea, here to help. If your partner lied about a minor small thing, should I call her out on that? It depends what it is, brother. Yeah. One thing in relationships, guys, you don't want to make your partner wrong. Try not to make your partner wrong. It's not effective. It makes things harder. When talking to someone and not interested, best tell them or block and ghost. Doesn't matter. Just don't waste too much time. Interested in coaching for feminine energy. I'm definitely my masculine and trouble to stop. Yeah. I think you're going to be successful fairly fast, which is good. So Ali, what I'll get you to do, go to my profile. Okay. In my profile, there's a link. It says maddockcoaching.com, my website. Click that, put your details in. I'll give you a call today. We'll have a chat. All right. After 4 days, should I be asking him where does he see us going? No. It's a really bad sentence. Who plans a long distance date? The man plans every date. Ali, here to help. I went out for 3 dates, but I don't hear any text from him after the date. How people communicate between dates is as important as the date itself. Ghosting is immature and can lead them to wonder what they did wrong. Who cares about the guy's feelings? Oh, what if he's worried? What if he's unsure of himself? Who cares? Why do you care about his feelings for? Stop caring about guys' feelings. That's stupid. What question should I ask him after the 3rd date? Just normal questions. Don't overthink it. Enjoy the book, my friend. What about if a girl told her family that I'm her fiance and I haven't met her, but I like her? You block and delete her. She's crazy. Avoid crazy people. Okay, your life's going to be smoother. How often throughout the day should be texting? Somewhat. somewhat. Depending on how busy they are, I'd like some, texting throughout the day. So I had a guy for about a day and he asked if I was speaking to any others. Is that normal? It is if he's an idiot, which most guys do say stupid stuff like that. Had an 8-month relationship. He left all his things and has ghosted me. What do I do? Super sad, buddy. That's terrible to hear. The real question is, what can you do? Hey, Daylight. Went on 2 really good dates. Says he's a bad texter. Texts "Hey you" every night, but not much conversation. Yeah, I feel people who describe themselves as a bad texter, I feel that's a really shitty excuse. How hard is it to send a text? You know what I mean? I feel that's just really shitty behavior. I'm a bad texter. Takes 5 seconds. It's a shitty excuse. Awesome, Traveler. That's awesome, buddy. Good work. Guys, you can all achieve a 10 out of 10. And in fact, a 10 out of 10 relationship is probably the best thing you're ever going to achieve. Okay? So definitely put the time in, learn how to do this stuff properly. Bad replies drive me mad. Yeah, 100%. I'm following you on and off for several years. Love your no nonsense, straightforward advice. Awesome, brother. I love that. Who has the time to beat around the bush, right? He doesn't ask me questions regarding the relationship. Is that a red flag? Well, you don't have a relationship yet. It's only been 3 dates. You're not official yet, yeah? Thanks, Yaz. What defines a high value man? Clarice, it's probably different for each person, okay? But for me, it's a guy who has integrity, means what he says what he means, sticks to his word, tries to be a good communicator, has respect for himself, just simple things like that. In a 10 out of 10 relationship, you never feel bad about things with your partner. Not really, no. Thanks, Mary. What to answer when a man asks body count? Say I'm a virgin. That always goes pretty well. Would it make things official after 3 dates? No, official is usually around the 8-week mark. Exclusive is 3 dates. I'm about to get married and my parents want a huge wedding and I want a small one. What do I do? I recommend a big wedding as well. Yep. Your wedding's going to be one of the best days of your life. You want to do it as big as possible. Talking for 3 weeks, hung out 2 times, stayed the night both times. Too soon to us be exclusive. No, it's not too soon. Should the man initiate most of the time? Yeah. What's the best strategy when you know he's love bombing you? It's a sign of emotional immaturity. Tell him to stop, basically. My boyfriend gave me a $30 box of tea for my birthday. Does he hate me? Probably. No, he's probably just stupid. A lot of guys really are pretty bad at relationships and dating, which is frustrating. Okay, partner is under stress and wants to break. Is that normal? It is common, and it's a red flag, Jess. If you find a guy who can't, mitigate stress, all right, and then when he is under a large amount of stress, wants to end the relationship, that's really bad. It's a really, really bad sign. Do you coach couples? Sometimes, yeah. Jessica, it's sad to hear, my friend. Sad to hear. Yeah, it's bad. What applies for dating when you know each other for 18 years? Do you see each other once a week? 18 years. So this is someone you're not with, but you want to be with, but you've known a long time. I'm not really placed my profile picture. When's a good time to? Today. The guy I went on a date with see me to have a business in the future. Is this a good sign or red flags? I didn't know more about the situation, my friend. Max broke up with me on my birthday. Oh boy. Thanks, Josh. Is it better to get results to coach the couple or just one of them? It depends on the situation, brother. He has approved me. I was married and 4 years ago got set. Last year he's been flirting. Okay. Ask me relationship questions, guys. If you really need help, which I can see some of you guys do, book in a free call with me. Okay, 2 spots left for today, guys. If you do want to do a free call, goes for about 30 minutes or so, roughly. I don't do many a day, so there's only 2 left. Okay, if you do want one of those calls, go to my profile. In my profile, there's a link. It says maddockcoaching.com. Click that link, put your details in, your name and your email and your number, and I will give you a call today. We'll have a chat, and I'll help you out. How do you become more dateable? Feminine energy. Yeah. Feminine energy and painting yourself as a high value woman, which I know can be tricky. There's a few things that I teach that help that. I have forehead wrinkles. Should I get Botox? Do men like smooth skin? Well, Botox does make you look younger, I suppose. That's the point of it. Give it a shot. Yeah, the good thing about Botox is it wears off. So if you don't like it, a couple of months later, you're back to normal anyway. So, or whatever. Yeah. Went on a first date, lots of awkward silences, but he didn't make effort to fill them. Shy or rude? Maybe he's comfortable with awkward silences. Yeah, but ideally on a first date, you want someone who's fairly charismatic. Is there a book on feminine energy? There is. Yep. Why do I get attached after intimacy and it leaves me hurt every time? Because your identity is tied to intimacy with emotion. It's not reality. It's the beliefs you have with yourself. Kylie, the real question is, what are you going to do now? How do you take a long-term friendship and turn into a relationship? He has concerns. The chance of you failing is high. It's all, you're doing all the things I teach not to do. I have a hard time expecting a man to pay for it all. Lindsay, he doesn't have to pay for the whole holiday. You can definitely chip on a holiday. The man exclusively has to pay for the dates, but everything else can be shared. Kylie, what now? I don't care about your ex, nor should you. He dumped you for a woman 20 years younger than you. It happens. Yeah. He's probably very happy. But what are you doing? There's nothing you can do about his happiness. He's very happy. He's moved on. But what now for you? If he invites me back to his place at 1 a.m. after a first date, was he only looking for a hookup? If you want to sleep with a guy after a first date, you can do it. See how it feels if you want to do it. I was seeing a guy I knew for ages, 5 months, and sees me as a friend. Yeah, he doesn't like you. Yeah. Dating 3 months in love. He hasn't had a girlfriend for 7 years. He's patient, learning. High value man. Maybe. Kylie, he doesn't like you. Don't waste your time with guys who don't like you. Okay, that's just going to cause you a heartbreak. Is it right? But he asked me to remain unavailable while he works on himself, though. Well, I'm sure he does. Yeah. Hey, don't live your life. You wait until I'm ready. Does that sound fair, Jess? Is texting as someone on a regular basis less regular other times? Is there a red flag of inconsistency? A little bit, yeah. Do you have cosmetic work done? No, you can see I still have wrinkles on my forehead. How do you look so young? Well, I'm not very old. I'm obsessed with youth. Your obsession with youth is unattractive. What's your opinion on dating apps when you are very high value? Yeah, online dating is great if used correctly. If used correctly, it's the key. Yeah, that's really the key. A lot of people don't know how to use online dating properly, but it does work really, really well if you know how to do it. If you know how to do it, it does work well. If you do want help with online dating, guys, you're struggling with online dating, book on a free call with me. Okay, so go to my profile, click the link, put your details in. I'll give you a call, have a one-on-one chat, and I'll help you achieve a 10 out of 10 properly. Yeah. Last few questions, guys. Almost out of time. My ex keeps trying to speak to me. He won't let me go. He has a partner. What should I do? Try to block and delete him. If you have kids, you probably can't, but just be very adamant that you're not going to talk to him. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be friends. Stop talking to me. Like, really stay consistent with it. Intimacy once a week is very bad. You need to increase it, Gerard. Yeah. Missy, here to help, my friend. Missy, Athena, book and calls, guys. I'd love to help you. What does it mean when a younger man is attracted to and dates 20-year older women? It means he likes women who are easy. Yeah, Nikki, I don't really recommend dating guys you work with. It usually goes fairly bad. And then you also ruin your workplace. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty common and it's very awkward. Thanks, Missy. I'm surprising how common it is, people dating people in their workplace, and they're surprised it goes bad. Very common. Should intimacy be scheduled to both are very busy people? Yep. And look, Sophie, you're going to have to schedule it eventually. So if you get married and then you have a child and then another child and another child and you got little kids and you have to plan it. Yeah. You can't just do it spontaneously. You got to plan it. Well, the kids go down for a nap at this time and this, and you're planning it. You have to plan it. You have to. And it's good. Dating coach, it's because you're attracting in the wrong sort of guy, basically. Yeah. You have to date properly and know how to attract guys you actually want to see. And who plans the intimacy, the man or the woman? Well, you can plan it together because you're gonna have to talk about schedules and whatnot. Guys, it looks like I'm out of time. If you need more help, shoot me a message. I do get a lot of messages every day, so if you need help, you don't feel like waiting, just book on a call. Okay, sometimes it takes me 24 hours, 48 hours to get back to messages, but if you book on a call, I'll just call you. Okay, links in my profile, guys. You need help. Time for change. Yeah, time for change.